What a time to be trading. Good evening, guys. This is Jamal at Sold Too Soon, and here's a recap of the market and my trades today. Trump and his team are traveling to China right now, and he's taken almost 10 or 11 CEOs with him of all the large companies, including Tesla and Apple and a bunch of other guys, Black CEO of BlackRock, which the market is reacting very bullish because everyone knows that there's going to be a lot of potential investment coming into the US after this meeting in Beijing. So overall, the sentiment was bullish, but today the market had some data coming out at open, and the market initially reacted negative to that data. And you can see right here, this dotted white line is our previous day's close. So right in the morning when market broke that PDC, previous day's close, we started looking for a short position. My short trigger for the day was at 7:36. So I was contemplating to either wait for the trigger to close below and then take a trade, or take a little smaller sized position and then run it down to that 736 and then see how the market reacts from there. So that was my first trade in the morning. I saw it break the pre-market low, which was right here, this level, 737.21. So I started drawing a trend line to find an entry. And I'm gonna zoom in, and right here I saw a little bit of weakness. And after this candle closed, I took my entry right here, and I bought 6 contracts of 737 puts at 8:43 a.m., which was right here, 8:43 a.m. I got a fill of 141, and I actually took profits. I started taking profits at 20% and ran it all the way down, and somehow managed to sell my last position at $2.16, which was about 50%. So I somehow almost bottom ticked it. It ran a little bit more, I think another 30 cents on the contracts from there, but almost bottom ticked it. And my reason for taking profit in this area was this 736 level that I had marked from pre-market. And as you can see, it's a little bit more visible on the 5 minute. Let's go to today's. I was looking at something else earlier. A little bit more visible on the 5 minute. You can see this being bought up from that level. And then again, the next 5 minute level, you can see it being bought up as well. So we knew that 736 has become a bottom for the market today. And I could have reversed the roles and taken a long trigger right here on this long trade on this level, but I was more bullish on Apple because of Apple being on the all-time highs and being near all-time highs. So after I closed out this short, I switched over to Apple. Even though SPY would have been a crazy runner, it ran down from 736 all the way to 744 almost. That's a about how much, an $8 move on SPY, which is huge. Anyhow, SPY did end up making new all-time highs, and I did not take any of the long positions on it. I switched over to Apple. I was trading Apple 297.5 calls, and I missed that initial move in the morning, this first one, because I was short on SPY. And this would have been the best trade when it came back and retested 295. As you can see, all that consolidation um, right here, all that consolidation, it retested that 295 level. That would have been the ideal spot to take the trade. But I was not too sure because SPY was still not showing strength. And even when SPY started getting bought up, Apple was doing this over here at that time. You can see how these are huge, almost $1 moves, and I did not want to risk it. So I changed my strategy and I said I will take my entry when it breaks this level right here, when it gets out of this consolidation. So I drew this kind of like a no trade zone area, this shaded area, and I took my entry right here when it broke this level. And because I already had made a good decent amount of profit on SPY this morning, so I did not want to give back any money to the markets. I ended up sizing way down, and I was trading these 297.5 calls on SPY. So those are the calls that I picked, and I'll switch over to the contracts. And then I got in at around 60 cents right here at that break. Let me see, where was that? Right here, right around here. And once we broke that level, actually, I'm sorry, this was two. This was that first break that I was telling you at the hold of that level. My entry was, let me tell you, it was closer to past 11 o'clock. It is pretty late for usually my comfort on when I take trades. I'm looking through my trade log. There it is. 11:14 is when I entered on it. So it is pretty. There's that pop right there is when I got in after I broke out of that consolidation. It's a little bit too late for my comfort zone. I don't like to take trades after 11 o'clock, but my reason for this trade was Apple at all-time highs, China, all the leaders going to China. So there's just a whole bunch of bullish movement in the market at that time. So I decided to take that trade long, took 10 contracts at 50 cents and just sold all the way up to, I got out on 151, I believe, on my last contract, which is about 100%, or sorry, it was 150% win on my last contract. And as you can see, they ran up to $3.40 and I sold too soon, but I was happy with 150%. I was initially targeting, I was telling everybody in the chat today that if Apple breaks this level, 295 and holds, let's see where it's okay. If Apple holds this level out of this shaded area, we could magnet to that whole number, the psychological number of 300, and that's exactly what it did. It ran up to $3.92. So really bullish day on Apple. I could have held a little bit longer and gotten another dollar, maybe $1.20 out of each contract, but I was happy with 150%. And we live to trade tomorrow again. Um, if you guys like all content like this, if you guys like for me to break down more trades, please uh, subscribe, like this video, and in your comments tell me what kind of content you would like. I really just started new in this teaching environment. I've been trading for a very long time. This is my 7th year on trading full time. Prior to that, I was a swing trader and an investor. Been in the markets since about 2013. I would say late 2012, early 2013. I got in through my teachers at university and just been trading since then. So if you guys would like certain kind of content, if you want me to break down what I do, which contracts I select, why I select certain things, I would love to make some videos on it. Have a good evening, guys.